We're gonna go and catch a movie and get some soft serve grub king. You feel me?
Wow, okay. Freak out and let the purr beast out of the bag. You stop abruptly and someone smacks into you from behind. You go down hard, your hand ripped away from the girl's. She gives you a fierce glow of disappointment.
Fine, just more people letting me down. I'll deal with this on my own. I've done this before.
She takes a running leap for the alley wall, scampering up onto the roof like a squirrel up the tree. You are left looking down at the smudge of violet heme she left on your palm. An emptiness fills you at the thought of the friendship that could have been if you'd only just kept your chill. Game over, leap of unfaith. Keeps giving you sharp looks as if she's gradually catching on to who she's just chosen to recruit. You wanted to understand that no matter how busted you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, here's your chance. What do you propose? Hide out in one of the apartment buildings.
That's a possibility. Most of the hive sims around here are cheap rentals. Burgundy or bronze at the most. I could take them, no problem. I mean, I can take anyone. Some jobs just require a little more forethought.
You kind of meant finding an empty unit, but maybe skulking the foyer or an alien Starbucks. But you don't want to tell your corny friend how to do her job. And there you go again, jumping the gun and claiming friends that you don't have the right to. But she did choose you? So at this point, she may be wishing she'd grab some other random stranger's hand.
Well, pick one. This was your idea.
Oh geez, you seriously don't need this kind of responsibility in your life. Nothing good will come from letting you be in charge. But you also just don't want her to think you're useless. You just kind of wish she'd tell you what to do and leave it at that. You pick a tall purple building at random. How about that one?
Sure, I guess.
You enter what seems to be a standard shabby apartment building, climbing the lobby steps up to a hallway lined with doors. This could be an apartment on Earth, but instead of letters on the nameplates, there's those colourful symbols that remind you of zodiac signs. Weird. Anyway, all the ones here are red or brown, like Polypa predicted. She listens at a couple of doors before finally settling on one with a red symbol. You wait for her to pull out a lockpick or high-tech paraphernalia, or even just a pin from her hair. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers 2 sharp kicks to just above the knob.
What? I'm not the goddamn super.
You're sure you're absolutely not judging the way she's running this operation? You don't think that you've ever met a mercenary before? Unless you count that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your heme for paints, or the boy constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. The apartment is dingy, small, and smells like old pizza. Good news. Not that it smells bad, just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't think you could live on a planet that didn't have pizza? That's just beyond the pale. You could try and shut the busted door as well as you can. Polypa plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out a phone, or what Skylar called it, palm husk? She pulls out her palm husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay, it's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around the apartment you're currently illegally occupying, just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. Dishes are piled high in the sink and the window is so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something sticky and red stains half the counter. It might be heme, but it also might be Kool-Aid.
Fucking god damn it, shitting fuck breath.
Something appears to have gone wrong. Polypa is still on the couch, hunched over with her palm husk held close to her face. She taps with her knuckles. You've noticed a lot of trolls do that, probably because of their claws.
It's all over chitter. Everyone's talking about it. My contact. They got her. She's been called.
Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets the palm husk slip from her fingers into her lap. You stand next to the couch like an asshole. You don't really know what to say, and you doubt Polypa is the hugging type. But you really can't stand her looking so dejected.
Before you stop pitying me, don't. I barely knew her. It's not like we were in a quadrant of anything. It's just business.
You sit down. Hang on. Accident clicks. You sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head back and raising your eyebrows to show you are very ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Polypa wraps her arms around her knees.
Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier when you have someone you trust to watch your back. It's usually quadruped pairs who work together. There's one particular famous Olive and Goldcast duo. I've lost plenty of jobs to them, but I've never found anyone that I trust enough to make into my partner. Beyond just a random one-off. Killing a sea dweller's no joke, it's almost totally impossible.
Does that mean the guy back in the town square isn't actually dead? Polypa looks affronted at the very thought.
Excuse me? No! It just means I had to get a very expensive knife and coat it in a very expensive poison and have it in exactly the right place. The motherfucker's dead, there's no doubt about that. I don't leave jobs half done. High caste jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take jobs higher than teal. Me, I don't care. Low caste, high class. If you got good cash, I'll do the job. If I did have a partner, it'd make things a lot easier. I'll admit that.
You cough lightly in a closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat, perhaps? Would it be the steady hand of fate reaching a finger down and testing your gag reflex? You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it has steered her to you. That's forward for sure, but you're pretty much an old hand at this by now, right? Polypa snorts. It's a little watery. She's not crying, is she? No way. Not a tough assassin like her, you're imagining it.
No offense. Ow. But I only grabbed you because you look so weird, and I think you wanted to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in.
You can't argue with her logic, but a sourness that Polypa starts in your throat now at this realization that Polypa had not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. That's fine. Fair, very fair assessment. Whatever. You can get past that. God only knows you've gotten past worse. Like attempted murder! As a good friend recently said, you gotta break a few cluck beast embryos to make a grubbler. She's considering you now more thoughtful than before.
Well, I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember.
Well, you have to remember you aren't destined to find out. That fake finger reaches down further and chokes you. Keys jingle outside the apartment before whoever is there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? You and Polypa lock eyes.
Oh shit!
A quick flash of silver and suddenly a knife appears from Polypa's hands. Where did that even come from? Outside the hall someone is swearing. The broken door falls inwards before it is all the way open. Polypa is up over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit, wait, you are the intruders! And this is what you're afraid of. You're about to watch a new friend kill some poor low-caste troll. This is such a terrible idea. Too bad there's no way to go back in time and make your choices all over again. Or is there? Yeah, that would be rad. You wish life was like that. A short, stout little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through, but right behind him is a troll so tall he has to duck down to get through the door.
Oh, hell no!
The giant troll catches Polypa with one hand. He's got a big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. His face is painted in lines of black and white, makeup designed to make his face look like a skull. Look, babe, look at this tiny wriggler thieves. Polypa writhes in his grip, clawing at him like an angry cat. She kind of looks like a cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something. But what? If you're going to get that purple guy's reach, you're absolutely going to get killed. You try to move your feet, but survival instincts are kicking in and you are rooted to the spot. You can't do anything. You're useless. You don't even know what happened to Polypa's knife. God, you wish you'd taken some self-defense classes back on Earth. The high caste gives Polypa a wide smile and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window.
Of course it'd have a high caste mate spread.
The high caste turns to you and sticks out a big grey tongue. Wow, you can move your feet again. You throw yourself out the window after Polypa. You're only one floor up, but that one floor more than you would like to when falling out of the building. Your fall is broken by Polypa, meaning you get a collection of bony elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you.
Get off, idiot! They're definitely going to call the drones. We've got to run.
You roll your big floppy body off her and hustle to keep up as she peels down the street. You throw one last glance over your shoulder to see the two guys hanging out the window. The high caste wave lazily. Polypa starts out strong, but pretty soon she's limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged in her calf muscle. You lean out to give a closer look. You're no doctor, but recently you've become an expert in acute injuries.
What the hell? Stop! Do you want me to leave a heme trail? We need to split up, now that we've been seen together.
Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you've been so sure she had this one on lock. You mentioned, half mumbling to yourself, that maybe it would be better if you stayed together. Safety in numbers and all that.
Oh yeah? Maybe safety for you, this one was a terrible idea. I can't believe I ever trusted that someone could have my back. Yeah, let's do another of the amazing plans. Sounds great.
She leaves an intersection of streets. Even though she's no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you, philosophically. A deep fatigue so intense you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. Game over. At least your ass didn't kill her. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colours to have. What do? Lie and say you have a high caste colour. Oh, really? It's not that I don't want to be friends with other castes, but I'm a busy troll, you understand. So I only befriend folks that I might, fill a quadrant with someday. Besides, high castes just don't need as much help in our unjust society. Stay awakened. He pumps his fists in the air and you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about you not being oppressed enough for his tastes. So, I just don't think it's gonna work between us. So you immediately turn up to me and try and get me in your quadrant, you disgusting piece of shit. Or, if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now and we can have a nice night in. Go out, stay in. Let's go back out then. You're not crazy about the idea of being alone with this guy for the rest of the night? Plus, if he's popular as he says he is, that means more potential friends for you to meet. You tell him that you're interested in going out. Cool, that sounds like a great time. I'll just go and get ready. Actually, I think I'm in the more mood for a quiet night in. Maybe television streaming service and No, I will not Netflix and chill with you! Oh boy, if it's the same connotations as it does on Earth, it's not cool with you. You stumble through expressing some misgivings, but he talks over you. Great, sounds like we'll both be staying in tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm psyched to stay in and have you all to myself. I just want you to feel comfortable, whatever we choose to do. You're not sure why I asked you what to do, since your preference doesn't seem to matter much. My Lucis and my guests probably prepared a delicious meal for you by now, but let's finish the tour first. I assume you want to see my room. No! You tell him sure. Bedrooms are a great way for people to express their personalities, and as his friend, you're interested in getting to know him better. He doesn't seem to have the part of that sentence, but it's okay. Hopefully you got the gist. Probably not. It's thick. When you get to his enormous room, it's decorated with posters and musicians on the wall, and what seems to be social justice slogans. One poster has a symbol with clawed hands in several different colours, coming together to hold a trident with the word UNITY underneath it. No. Another poster features a rainbow of colours, ranging from rust to olive green that proclaims to be a low-caste ally. Two other low-caste servants are in here, one of them standing on a stepladder to dust on high shelves, while the other crawls around on the floor, scrubbing and picking up bits of rubber that Zebruh just seems to have just littered there. Pretty sweet place, right? You look confused by the posters. Your music taste probably isn't just refined enough to hear my favourite bands. I only listen to subversive missions that speak truth to power. Luckily, you have me to teach you how to confront your privileges and support marginalized artists. Also, did you just notice my rad pile? It's perfect setup for feeling jams with your moirail. He winks at you. You don't know what a moirail is or what he means by feelings jam, which sounds like in theory could be a nice way of saying. It could be a nice thing, but maybe not, given the sleazy way he says it. Tell him that it looks like a very nice pile of, things. Spot a couple of pillows, what looks like a puppet with a disturbingly long nose, some random potholes, a few horseshoes. Why has he got smuppets? You look intrigued. Rather lie down on it for a second? We don't have to do anything. Sometimes it could be nice to just, pacify each other a little bit. I ain't shush-papping you. He sprawls on the pile and what he probably thinks is enticing away, like he wants you to draw him like one of your French girls. Why are there horseshoes in here? It's like Equius. Or are all indigos superbly strong or have associations with horses? You turn away to try and hide the disturbed expression on your face, because turning down his advances probably isn't the best way to secure his friendship. He's perving on me. As your eyes cast about the rest of the room, you notice that the low-caste servant scrubbing the floor is having a coughing fit. You can tell she's trying to cough unobtrusively, but it seems like she's hacking her lungs up, with each big cough wrapping her whole body and making her shoulders shake. Concerned, you crouch by her side. She jumps when she notices your concern, and mumbles that she's fine, but you don't need to worry. But she doesn't look fine. Now that you're getting a closer look, you can tell that she seems to be underfed and exhausted, with sickly elbows on her face, sickly shadows on her face, and scraped up knees and elbows. She looks bad, and you know bad, considering how much of your time you recently spent stumbling around with various excruciating injuries. You mentioned to Zebruh that his guest is not looking so good. He frowns, getting up from his pile of stuff to come investigate, blinking down at you, confusing and not sparing a glance for the low-caste. What are you even talking about? The servant tries to go back to her scrubbing, but she struggles with coughing and scrubbing simultaneously. It's hard for you to watch. Surely she would feel better if she took a break and ate or drank something? You asked Zebruh about that hot meal he said was being cooked for you. Maybe you can give something to this poor sick troll. Jeez, you're making me this look bad. There's no way a guest in my house could be going hungry. I respect low castes and do everything in my power to take care of them. What, you think you're a better ally than I am? Considering your status or lack thereof. On this planet, you're not sure you count as an ally so much as a member of the oppressed underclass, but you let that slide. You hasten to explain that you didn't mean to criticize him and that he's doing a fine job of being an ally to the low castes. Yeah, well, it's not easy, but whatever. Maybe we should go and eat now. I don't feel like having a feelings jam anymore. He turns and leaves the room without showing any sign that he'll do something for the sick low caste. You mouth an apology to her behind his back, and she just gives you a tired wave and goes back to scrubbing. Hey, the Zebrah's back. Zebruh leaves you downstairs to the dining room, where his Lucis is supervising a team of low caste setting the table for what looks like a 4-course meal. The look of the Lucis' Zebruh face is now even more disdainful than before, and his bow tie seems angrier. Looks like dinner is almost ready. Cool. Of course, you're probably not going to offer to pay for any, are you? Figures. Low castes. Trolls in general are always expecting me to provide for them without ever offering any consequences in return. I don't want to fuck! Put your bulge away from me! For once, you're kind of glad that you're unfamiliar with his alien vocabulary and innuendo. You have absolutely no money, which he definitely knows. You can bang back at the dinner in... friendship? Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I want to be friends with someone who has a problem with the way I do activism. I have it on good authority for every other high caste I know that my intersectional praxis is valid. You stumble over your words in haste to assure him that in no way meant he's not valid. He's not valid! You've never met a troll so valid. No one believes in his validity more than you do. Whatever, let's just eat. You both sit down at the table while the low caste set the table. You light the candles and serve the appetizer course. You can't help but notice that most of the trolls just looked as malnourished and sickly as the troll upstairs. But it best not to bring that up again. You eat in silence for a while, and Zebruh looks like he's stewing over something, and he sets his fork down and looks over the table with you with a frown. And you know what? I just realised. You totally denied my low caste her own agency when you questioned me about her not feeding her. Yeah, what you said was totally problematic. You don't respect low caste at all, do you? Not like I do. You tried to apologise, saying that it was not your intention to disrespect anyone. But you're sorry that you apparently did. He doesn't let go of the words out. People don't realise how tough it is to be a high caste troll who believes in social justice. You're not cancry. Seriously, I face my own kind of oppression for speaking out and be an activist for low caste rights. When? For one thing, I never get the coercion or cookie pest. So basically, you're like, you rescue someone. Can I fuck? No, that's not how it works. My quadrant's always going unfilled because no one else agrees with my radical views, because you're always like, help fuck. I thought you'd be different, but you don't get it either, because it's an absurd view. You try to tell him he's got you all wrong. You agree with his radical views and believe in low caste rights, which is why you were concerned for his guest in the first place. But he acts like you didn't say any of what you just said. You're just none of those oppressors, complicit in the unequal power structures of our fucked up society. Your lack of awareness of your own privilege makes it really sick. You must think you're so oppressed with your red caste and multiple injuries. Yes! And what you're doing now, rejecting me and criticizing me, it's really exactly the same as what subjugulators do to the low caste they cull. You probably deserve whatever shitty position you have in society. Unlike me, I deserve to have this nice house and low caste servants and full quadrants for being such a good activist, okay? He's standing up now, advancing at you with his zebra stamping his hooves threateningly at his side. You scramble back, trying to make your way to the front door. It's tricky because you have to step around all the low caste who seem to feel strongly that they should get away from Zebruh when he's angry. You don't make it to the front door fast enough on your own. With a terrifying echoing scream, Zebruh's loose rears up on its hind legs and strikes you with its hooves, battering you through the front door and breaking some of your recently healed ribs again. Take your privileges and offensive views and get out! Anyone who doesn't respect low caste is not welcome as a guest in my hive. It would behoove you to stay away. Good, because I don't want to hang out with you. Piece of shit.